Hello viewers, well here we are then. It's a warm day in London this evening. I'm catching up with loads of video content from Gamescom, and we're going to kick off with one of the big surprises, that being the new Cops add-on for the crew, and we can see a bit of gameplay here. This is a shortened video and there'll be a longer video coming on the channel if you want to see more of the action here. And of course I'm racing here with Black Panther, as you can see, racing along. In this video I'm trying to get away from the cops, so I've got a package. I'm trying to get away from them as quickly as possible. You know, I look at this game and I'm still amazed at the ground it's made up in the last couple of years. I mean, visually it's another league now to where it was. Handling wise it's way better. Running on this PC super smoothly, it looks so good as well. So I'm just trying to put the pedal to the metal, and they're right on me. I managed to lose a few there. I have a big jump here as well. Great jump over a car. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Would have looked great in a replay. It's a shame there's no replay moments here, but I'm just trying to really go as quick as I can now. This is a really quick car on these tarmac surfaces, so I'm just bombing it along the bridge. And yeah, it's a great addition, isn't it? I mean, it's one of those things that this year we don't have a Need for Speed game. Last year's Need for Speed was a bit rubbish. It didn't last very long in terms of interest, really. So you've got a hole in the market, and in a way it's one of those things. This was quite a funny moment actually. We were, before the game started, I noticed that we could park behind the crate that the car was going to collect, so we're just sort of hiding ourselves, so when somebody collected the parcel they were instantly arrested. It didn't actually work out, but it was quite funny. Just me being cheeky. More of that, and the audio and everything related to it will be on the extended video. Suffice to say that the Cops add-on is something that it's amazing it wasn't in the crew in the first place. You know, it's something that it's so badly needed in so many ways, and with circumstance being as it has, now we finally got it included in the game. And here you can see us here as the criminal guys. I think Theo Black Panther's got the package, so I'm supposed to protect him, not bash into him like that. These are Jeeps, new vehicles. There's new vehicles, there's 10 new levels, lots to discover there, besides the cop cars themselves. My job here is to try and take out the other cops. I was having some problems with the mouse had been left the wrong way up, and so if anyone's played the crew on PC, they'll know you've got to turn your mouse over, otherwise sometimes that can happen. This is a great off-road vehicle, and it's really important when you're selecting a vehicle that you pick something that suits the sort of where you are. You know, if you pick an off-road vehicle, make sure if you're on a road you drive off-road, because then the cops have got to come after you, and it depends as well what vehicles the cops have available to them. Jumping over these dunes, there was an early video I think we did on the crew where you had to go in one direction as fast as you could, and it reminded me a little bit of that one. But yeah, still well impressed with the visuals. So of course you have different abilities. You know, as a criminal guy, you've got like a flashbang, and that sort of sends all the cops off the road. And sort of the cops have got an EMP and a helicopter, and of course if you press the B button, I think this is quite interesting. You press the B button and you'll appear directly behind the main criminal guy that you've got to catch, and even if you're sort of working with him, whatever. So if you fall too far behind, hit that B button, resets you to that location. And you know, it really reminded me of one of the greatest driving games that not many people has played. One of the greatest driving games with some of the most amazing multiplayer modes, and that's Driver San Francisco. It reminded me of that, and I was playing it and thinking, do you know, I really enjoyed this multiplayer. When we're in a room together and we're all enjoying it in one room, it reminded me of playing that back in 2011, and it was fantastic at the time. Driver San Francisco had amazing multiplayer modes. I was playing this and thinking, wow, imagine Driver San Francisco versus the crew in one game, you know, with all those modes and moving about into the many vehicles in this world. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. I'd love something like that. Make it happen, Ivory Tower. Make it happen. But either way, this was a lot of fun. Lighting, look, visuals, handling, vehicles, action with the cops, good. It's going to be one of those things that you want to see how well it does online. As I say, the experience that we had in this room, everybody having a laugh, a bit of fun, it's very competitive. Online, it's going to be interesting to see how competitive it is. I think if you do have a regular crew that you race with, it's going to be good. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be quite. I noticed that when I was trying to get away with the parcel, it all gets quite tense. And I think it's a good example here. I think I'm going to use my flashbang on the cop here, locking onto him and send him off the bridge. That happens every time. It's a brilliant feeling that people behind you, they've just gone off. It did happen to me eventually as well. But either way, again, it's about knowing when to use your weapons and maximise them. So I'm just covering him now and trying to stop any kind of cops that get near him. And I'll just drive up to them and try ramming them off or using my tools. I like the way there's a train here as well. I remember noting that. That's pretty cool. I don't know. You're driving on train tracks, but it's just funny when you're overtaking the train while you're at it, going over the rocks. That wasn't the best idea. I was just simply following the cop car, and that was a bit of a disaster for me. Either way, though, back in the action and just trying to slow these guys down. And yeah, so it's a really nice addition. I think it's something that's come along well. So Crew's come along really nicely. I'm going to get back on it later this year once this edition comes out. 29th of November. We're going to go into this in more detail. We're going to have all the news on the website. We're going to look at the new vehicles that are going to be in there, the levels as well, how that affects everything. If you don't own the cop package, you can still be a criminal, but you can't be a cop in the final game. So if you don't get this DLC, you can still get involved in some of that. But I'm not entirely certain to all the details there. But as far as I'm aware, you'd need to download the package, obviously, to be the cop. But why not? May as well, because it's really going to add a lot to it. Get some friends involved and enjoy it. So what have we got coming on the channel then? Well, we've got this brief video here, more Gamescom coverage, and then an extended video where you'll hear a little bit of the banter in the room there as well, which is in Comic-Con channel. Quite an extended video, in fact. And then maybe, depending on how well that does, there might be another extended video coming after that as well. But making it round these final few corners. And that's it from me for now. More crew action from me very soon.